For years, Harry Maguire was one of the most criticised players in world football. The same defender who once became the most expensive centre-back in history was suddenly being called a mistake. Fans questioned his ability, his confidence, and even whether he still had a future at Manchester United. But football has a strange way of creating incredible comeback stories. Because when everyone counted Harry Maguire out, he didn't disappear. He fought, he worked, and he started proving his doubters wrong. From losing his place in the team to becoming a trusted leader again, Harry Maguire's journey at Manchester United has been nothing short of dramatic. But how did a player who was almost pushed away from Old Trafford fight his way back into the spotlight? This is the story of Harry Maguire's unbelievable redemption. When Manchester United signed Harry Maguire from Leicester City in 2019, expectations were massive. United were looking for a leader. A defender who could bring stability to a team that had struggled defensively for years. Maguire arrived with a huge reputation. He had impressed in the Premier League, played a major role for England, and looked like the perfect player to lead United's defence. Soon after joining, he was given the captain's armband. At that moment, many believed Manchester United had found their defensive leader for the future. But football can change quickly. A few difficult seasons, injuries, mistakes, and constant media pressure completely changed the story around him. Suddenly, the same player who was praised as a leader became the target of criticism. The pressure at Manchester United is different from any other club. Every mistake is analysed. Every bad performance becomes a headline. For Maguire, that pressure became extremely difficult. Social media criticism increased, fans started questioning his place in the starting 11, and his confidence appeared to suffer. Then came another major setback. After Erik ten Hag arrived as Manchester United manager, Maguire found himself losing regular playing time. The manager preferred other defensive options, and Maguire went from being the club captain to fighting for minutes. For many players, this situation could have ended their career at a club like Manchester United. Transfer rumours started appearing. Many people believed Maguire's time at Old Trafford was finished. But Maguire had a different mindset. Instead of giving up, he continued working behind the scenes. He waited for his opportunity. And when that opportunity arrived, he was ready. The biggest difference between successful players and ordinary players is often their mentality. Harry Maguire understood that one good performance could change everything. Slowly, he started getting opportunities again. And this time, he looked like a completely different player. More confident, more focused, more determined. He began winning important battles, making crucial tackles, and showing the leadership qualities that Manchester United originally believed he had. The criticism that once followed him everywhere started becoming quieter. Fans who had doubted him began noticing something important. Harry Maguire never stopped fighting for the badge. He didn't hide when things became difficult. He stayed professional and continued supporting the team, even when he wasn't the first choice. That attitude earned respect inside the dressing room. And slowly, the conversation around Maguire started to change. The player many people had written off was becoming an important figure again. The most impressive part of Harry Maguire's comeback was not just his performances on the pitch. It was his mentality. Many players struggle when they lose their position. Some lose confidence, some lose motivation, and some simply give up. But Maguire showed a different side of himself. He continued training at the highest level. He continued supporting his teammates. And when Manchester United needed him, he stepped up. That is what leaders do. Leadership is not only about wearing an armband or starting every game. Leadership is about character when things are difficult. And Maguire showed that character during one of the toughest periods of his career. The biggest victory for Harry Maguire was not just winning matches. It was changing the opinion of millions of people. The same fans who once questioned him started appreciating his determination and commitment. His defensive ability, aerial strength, and experience became valuable for Manchester United again. Big clubs need players who can handle pressure. And Maguire proved that he could survive one of the hardest challenges in football, being criticised at Manchester United. His comeback became a reminder that a player's story is never finished after a difficult chapter. One bad season does not define a career. One mistake does not define a player. What matters is how you respond. And Maguire responded like a fighter. Being trusted with a leadership role again shows how much his situation has changed. A player who was once considered finished at Old Trafford was now being viewed as an experienced voice in the squad. The journey from being heavily criticised to earning respect again was not easy. It required patience. It required hard work. And most importantly, it required belief. Maguire's comeback shows why football is full of surprises. A few months can completely change a player's reputation. A player can go from being doubted by everyone to becoming someone the team can rely on. Harry Maguire's Manchester United journey is a story about resilience. A story about proving people wrong. A story about never giving up when the world starts doubting you. Many players would have walked away. Many players would have lost confidence.